late night fiesta down here in Jopakping.
What?
Welcome.
I think that's the name of the place we're in.
To ROG DreamLeague Season 8. Yes, indeed, it is a major. And yes, indeed, I am hosting it with my beautiful panel here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go on through the line here. My name is Sir Action Slacks. I am the greatest host in esports, as all of you know. Furthermore, we have Blitz Dota, ex-retired pro and full-time man.
I'm just a guy, yeah. Live my day, no problem.
Fantastic. All right, next to him, we have the youngest and brightest mind in Dota 2 casting. It's Yodi Pixel.
Thank you very much, Slacks. I'm looking forward to this one. Last series of the day. EG versus Na'Vi. Everything's on the line.
Fantastic. And we also have another guy on the panel.
What is with you today?
No, what do you mean?
Another guy.
Mean to
I'm
me
not
today.
mean to you. I just
Come on.
forgot your name.
Don't be tough on this.
Oh,
one.
it's Fogged. Oh,
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you so much, Fogged. It's a pleasure to have you here. And we are here for what could be the most exciting series of the day. Now, I know you don't believe that, because we did just see Liquid and Secret, but we got the world's favorite teams. I'm talking about Team Na'Vi, the greatest team in the world since Dota 1, versus Team EG, the bleed blue American muscles. Gentlemen,
Dude, you're out of control right now.
what do you
Come
think
on.
about this series
You're
coming
making
up?
a mess.
I want to hear about Team Na'Vi. Talk to
Na'Vi,
me about it.
Blitz, you're an expert.
Hit it up.
Okay, so Na'Vi is a team that I think a lot of people for a while counted out, but they're looking really legit right now. They took out Newbie. I didn't think they'd be able to do it, and the third game especially was quite a standout game for me. Now they're in the points. They're one game away from getting top 3. I think they're on a pretty good roll right now.
Yeah, I think they've really improved on their gameplay since like in the beginning of this tournament and throughout their league play. I think Roger was an incredibly good addition, and their mid game has really just become pretty stellar in comparison to what it was before.
Absolutely. OD, you've been casting a lot of these games here.
I have.
We've talked a lot about Roger. We've talked a lot about Dendy. Anybody else standing out from that team for you?
All right, for me, Crystallize. I've said it every time I'm here on the panel. This guy, he's turned up. As soon as he's joined Na'Vi, he's sort of taken it to another level. Solid carry performance each and every time. I love what he does on his cores. You know, we've seen him on sort of the Terrorblades, the Morphlings. Whenever he gets on sort of these heavy late-game cores, he always has a brilliant game. The space is always made for him by the rest of his lineup, and he never messes around. He doesn't miss CS. He keeps it cool. He keeps it strong. I think there's a lot of Na'Vi fans that, at the moment, are watching it, and they're super happy that this guy's on their lineup.
Enough about the Na'Vi fans.
Fair
We've got
enough.
another team, and
We
we've
do.
got these teams ready to go. I want to hear a little bit about EG before we start off. Blitz Dota, talk to me about one of those players, and don't make it Sumail. You always go to Sumail. Talk to me
Why
about
wouldn't
somebody
I? I'm
else.
a mid player. I like mid players.
Okay,
Okay, I'll talk about Crit.
go ahead.
I think Crit played, he was the real MVP. He got 0% of votes,
Hell yeah.
but he really deserved it. And I'll even bring up
What?
another person too.
Well, he deserves 0%.
He deserved more
votes.
than 0.
He deserved more than 0%. My
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, that's not what you said.
We
there.
understood what he
My
meant,
bad,
guys.
Crit. That one's on me. I was trying to bring up another point about Phil, and then I messed up. It all got jumbled in my head.
Well, you've spent too much time apologizing. We need to
Damn.
move on here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you at home can vote for your MVP. The votes are opening up soon. Who will it be? Will Crit deserve his 0% this time? Or will Dendy pull it another 100% before the game begins? Find out here right now as you can vote at home. So, gentlemen, the game is about to begin.
Yep.
I would like to hear a little bit, anything you want to say before now. This is your bragging rights opportunity. Say some smart stuff so that we can refer to it later.
Universe is gonna come in clutch.
Oh! That ain't hard to guess.
I would agree, yeah.
Okay.
Roger's going to make some big plays.
Wow, you guys.
I'm just hoping to see the Roger
Come
Kunka
on.
again. I want to see Roger Kunka.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that very detailed information, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. Ladies and germs, Team Na'Vi and EG are headed to the stage. The Titans of Dota. The Bumblebees versus the Blue Baboons.
Hey, that's not nice.
What?
I don't think they'll be taking that as their hashtag anymore. Bleed blue baboons.
Thank you so much. But we have an exciting game here for today, ladies and germs. EG, Navi, you guys know what's at stake. The loser of this goes home, and a lot of sad fans at home. And one team will have all the bragging rights. Any idea which team will be the one with the bangers?
I don't know. Both teams have really been improving the way they played throughout the tournament.
Yeah, it feels like they're learning every game, both sides. Like EG looked pretty awful against Secret. I'm gonna be real. That was pretty sad. And you know, if they lose another series, like, oh, that's pretty rough for that team. But it feels like they're gaining step by step a little bit more confidence. Sometimes you just need to win a series here and there to pick yourselves up. And I think that's what's happening right now.
I think the big thing for me is EG's early game. It's the big improvement they need to go on, while Navi's mid game, and they both have started to take those. So it's pretty good that they have been able to do that here. And here we go. Draft's already started.
Yep. First up on these drafts, statistically, you can see that most teams do ban Enchantress in Dota.
Where's Navi?
A few times. Anyway.
Wow, it's like I'm seeing Nahaz right here.
Thank you. I really am referring to my notebook right now. Hey, there's fans out there.
Hey!
Hey!
Radiant team.
Good for them. That person's not waiting. Thank you. We're waiting for you to wave. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we see the Enchantress band out, the Clockwork, and the Vengeful Spirit. A lot of these heroes are used by this team already. And of course, Winter Wyvern, one of the best heroes in the game.
It was really crucial, actually, for their wins. It set up a lot of their combos coming out from the Earth Spirit. I was pretty impressed with the way Fear played it earlier. And then the Puck and the Shadow Demon. What about the Shadow Demon? That one's one that's been kind of like... Sometimes it's banned in the first few, and sometimes just completely ignored throughout all the drafts.
Yeah, any idea on that one, Blitz? Shadow Demon?
I think it's a hero that's kind of team-specific. Like, the hero's still really strong. It does a lot of things that you just don't get from other heroes, obviously the illusion creating. But it's not just that, like the ulti is really nice against it's like the replacement Diffusal, right? Now that Diffusal doesn't purge off things like the Eth form. But it's a little bit, it's like a wonky hero still. Like, you can play it both defensive and aggressive because it has abilities that kind of fit in the middle of that, and it's pretty nice.
Hey-oh! Nice beard, dude. Looking great. Oh, thank you, Zeus. All right, anyway, Bane here, he's getting picked up. Any thoughts about Bane before we begin? He doesn't really reveal that much. He's just a really, really good support.
Really strong 5 hero. He's been winning majority of the games here, especially in Puppy's hands. It's been looking very dominant.
Puppy
and in Navi, too.
Yeah. Owen, you've been guessing a lot of picks. Sand King, did you guess that one?
I'll be honest, I didn't. I was expecting to maybe see the Shaman. And, well, there we do see the Shaman. It comes through second. I mean, Navi, every time it's there, they do take it. If it gets banned out, if it doesn't get banned out, sorry. And a lot of the times it has been banned out against them.
What do you take then? Earth Spirit, Night Stalker? I think Earth Spirit's quite nice.
I think you take the crit, yes. I'd like to see that. It's a very nice reaction to both the SK and Shaman. You can cause issues for them in the team fight, and it's a good reaction as well. Anytime Shaman tries to make a play, get the ES in with the counter.
Alternatively, you could go for something like a 4 Rubik, because it's really nice against Shaman and Sand King. Like, if you're thinking of heroes that absolutely dominate Sand King, you think so now you ban...
Surely you ban the Razor. The Razor's still in the pool.
And you ban the Brew.
Razor Brew.
You don't have to care, unless you think that they'll swerve and make that like a 3 Sand King. I don't know if you care about having Rubik in the pool.
Yeah. Now, we've discussed this before earlier in the tournament, but just as a little refresher course, why exactly is Brew such a good hero against the Omni Night Fox?
You can throw him in the air, you can purge off Guardian Angel. Yeah.
Okay, well that does a lot.
Those are the 2 big reasons.
Sure, you just got to take him out of a fight and then take away all the good stuff that he does. So we could see that, but they actually choose to ban the Morphling. Any thoughts on that?
Because I think that there's a decent chance that they want to force Navi into banning the Razor. It's like a pretty classic combo, the Omni plus Morph or the Omni plus Razor, and the best counter to that so far has been the Morph, or at least that's what it was in China.
All right, here. Now, Blitz, you had a name for the Shadow Shaman whenever Navi picked it, I believe, right? You know,
what?
A cool little... You called him like the Snake Man or something? You refresh me on what that was?
No, I don't.
That's your name, Slacks.
That's your name.
No,
you're just waiting for it.
I believe that you called it Snakeo. Is that correct?
I didn't call it that, but...
Okay.
So they actually banned the Razor.
Yeah.
Razor is banned out, and let's see. We have 19 seconds left. Haven't revealed too much from Navi, but they do have a lot of lockdown. Their team fight ain't bad, and we've really seen the strength of the Shaman paired up with that Brewmaster.
That Brew you guys talked about.
Saying.
Yep.
It's what they weren't listening to you, Fogged. That was it. What happened?
What do you mean?
Are they gonna survive?
Yeah, they have some idea.
Yeah,
I think.
EG's obviously they already were expecting that kind of to play. They pan out the Morph and the Razor, so they have to expect to play versus the Brew.
What do you think that Gyro? What's their answer here? They see the offlaner. You want something a little bit more magic based so that you're not in a situation where you're playing Lycan against Brew again and you get aggroed. Navi will do that.
No, I don't think Gyro would be bad at all. We've seen Arteezy have a pretty solid performance on it already.
They take Slardar though.
Crit Slardar was really nice in the game that they had it earlier.
Absolutely. And paired up with the Omni Knight, we've been seeing that a lot in this event as well. Just a lot of burst damage and kind of tanks him up a little bit. So
with the Slardar pick, I'm assuming they're going to take heroes that can actually benefit from getting the Roche early on from that Corrosive Haze. That's what we saw them do in their earlier drafts as well.
You don't
in the early series.
Yeah, you don't need heroes that Roshan either with this.
Yeah, it makes it.
You can if you take like something like the Gyro. You don't normally Gyro's really bad at Roshing, but Slardar turns all your heroes into Roche takers. But I thought that the Earth Spear would have more value because it's nice against the Sand King and it's also really nice against Brew because the silence is pretty quick.
Yeah, and we did see Crit perform really, really well on that Earth Spirit earlier today. Many would say that he was the sole reason they won that game. Many idiots. It was actually Universe, but we say these things to make him feel better about himself.
It was definitely both of them.
Okay. Suffice it to say, Team Navi getting ready for their next pickup. Owen, you've been staying tactically quiet.
No, I'm thinking about what they want to do with Crystallize this game. What do they want to get him on?
You guessed the Terrorblade last time. Feeling anything like that this time?
I mean, I wonder if they try and do it. I mean, I'm sure they won't do a Slark game again, but I wonder if it's sort of on their minds.
Oh, man. Slark versus Slardar. The epic lore matchup. If you played Silkbreaker and paid attention to the Warden's notes.
Going back to the Dendi Viper.
Oh,
I mean, it is something that they absolutely love doing.
Instant Luna.
I've seen it with mixed results.
Yeah,
They're gonna run at them.
Can we talk about that, by the way? Blitz or Fogged about this Dendi Viper? I mean, I don't think we've ever seen him win on it in DreamLeague. It's very rare, but they seem to really love it.
10 seconds remaining.
I think that the idea behind it in the previous game, it kind of got ruined because they were forced into a situation where they had to take Slark. But generally, they just want to 5-man and run at you with this hero and take objectives early. And they were forced into a weird position where they had to like split up because of the PL pick, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
And then it kind of just ruined everything. But I think the core concept behind this hero and 5-manning is still really strong. Like, look at the heroes that they have. They got Shaman, Brew, Viper. Like, these heroes genuinely want to fight you. They don't want to really do anything else.
They have like a really strong mid lane too, right? If they have the Shadow Shaman plus Viper, it can contest pretty much anything that gets sent there.
Yeah.
Now, they did insta-lock the Luna right after that Viper pick. They didn't think a second about it.
They wanted it before. I think they just wanted it beforehand.
Okay.
Like versus these other heroes, BKB core.
Fantastic.
I mean, actually doesn't even need to really go for the BKB too early because he has the Omni, but it also works really well for the Roche. They get that amplified damage from the Lunar Blessing on top of the Corrosive Haze.
It's nice too. You have good base. You take down the Shaman wards quite quickly.
Can we take a moment and just say, look at SVG, the brains behind Evil Geniuses, the silent whisperer in their ears. He's really been coming through in this tournament. Probably. I mean, we don't have any evidence of that, but they're winning, so sure.
They're coming back. They're on their way back up.
Anyway, hey, Diretide, you're a little late. But Frostifus is next. Thank you for supporting our custom game creators. Jerk. Anyway. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. You're a great fan. DP was banned out, ladies and germs.
Yeah, that's a good ban. That would have been so good with EG's lineup.
I think, like Will was saying, the fast tempo, if Death Prophet was there, they could really siege down the towers and would take Navi a little bit longer to get online versus that. They do ban out that Terrorblade anyway.
They want to crystallize his classics, as we've seen.
What else is one of the big ones? This Chaos Knight for a Crystallize.
Yeah, that does get banned out a lot.
Trying to think that something that's a little bit better versus the Omni Knight as well versus Guardian Angel.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, could he?
DK.
I mean, that's another great.
That's a pretty heavy push coming up from EG.
Yeah, they both. I think what you want to do when you play against a team like Na'Vi is you can't let them just set pace and run at you. You have to be ready to match them and fight them. You play one of two ways. Either you try to split the map or you just match them and fight them, kind of similar to Complexity. You want to force Na'Vi to be the team that splits because Na'Vi's strength is going for the 5-man. I think their biggest weakness is when they get put into positions where they have to like deviate from the game plan, try to look for pickoffs and things like that. I think this is a quintessential run at you sort of team.
Gives a little bit more disable too versus that Brewmaster, so look, the split won't be as easy to get off.
That is a great question.
They need someone that can be a hard hitter. This DK and Luna
Ursa?
do run the threat of getting very, very big.
Ursa, MK.
It wouldn't be bad if Nahas was here and taking it easy,
What could he do,
resting
10
up.
seconds?
He'd say Ursa.
Crystallize, what else we've seen? We've seen him play Weaver. We've seen him play Faceless Void.
Oh,
It'll be the
Yeah.
PL again.
Not a bad choice. PL, natural diffusal builder. It always helps to have everybody a little less on mana, even though diffusal ain't great against Omni Knight these days. But any particular reason for that PL pick, boys?
It's one of his most played heroes.
Sure.
I think that's one of the bigger things, and they want to have a late game skill and carry that can take up the space that these other 4 heroes that are going to make.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, these teams are about ready to show down here. One of them will be going home, and we will begin game 1. But before we do, I'm going to need some predictions. Hit me with that knowledge, Blitz Doubter.
And normally I'm very Na'Vi biased, but I think I'm going to have to go with EG on this one. I feel like it's going to be a pretty nice Luna game, and I don't know if the PL is going to be able to get online fast enough.
Okay. Owen, how you feeling, buddy?
I would have to agree. I'm not really sold on the Na'Vi Viper, and I think it's definitely going to get to the stage of the game where the DK just becomes unkillable. I don't know if the damage will be quite there for Na'Vi's lineup, and EG have definitely the potential to crush this PL before he gets out of hand.
Fonged, the voice of reason for Na'Vi, potentially?
Unfortunately, no. I'm going to go with EG this time.
All right, fantastic. Well, I am not going to spoil this one. I guess I will be heading over with EG as well. We've just seen Dendy on that Viper and have not been too impressed. So Caster's Curse coming up. Congratulations, Na'Vi, on your first win. But let's take it on over to the teams.
Hi, Blitz. Fancy meeting you here at DreamLeague.
Had to pop over real fast.
You're such a talented man.
I thought they were going to give me like a second, like they would zoom in on.
Yeah, they did nothing. Like, Slacks didn't even help you at all. This is the problem when we have an inexperienced host. Red Eye SOS is coming out to you. Get off camera. No, I see. Yeah, no. Get away. Get away. All right, let's go into the game. So, Na'Vi versus EG. People turning out in the crowd to support him because we saw the Na'Vi CS team there. They're already guaranteed a top 4 position. It's the Na'Vi CS team. They're guaranteed a top 4 position. I actually looked it up. So Na'Vi in both the Dota as well as the CS are guaranteed top 4. But everyone on the panel didn't really seem that Na'Vi was going to get off to a very good start here in game 1 of this series.
So the main reason I think that is because I saw the Viper versus DK matchup in China. It was Limp versus Super, and DK actually bodied Viper, like surprisingly badly. Also, sorry guys, no Bulldog. I took his place once again.
Bulldog had to catch a train.
He did us a solid though. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
Same to Loda.
Quality to have the Swedes turn up to the Swedish event. Yeah, so we're talking on the panel about PL taking some time to get on. How can Na'Vi at least speed up that PL's progression? Do you try and do it by shutting down the Luna more to give PL at least the advantage on that front? Or can you create space for PL in other ways so he just farms generally faster?
I think PL is going to play kind of on an island to himself. But as I say that, I feel like Na'Vi, they want to take fights early on with this kind of lineup. And you can play PL in 2 ways. We've seen it in China too, where they speed up the course of the game.
Is General a Bat Rider now? He's actually got into the tree line, ready to cut through with this Quelling Blade.
Yeah, Fada does the same thing. This is pretty common now from the offlaners.
Might be a little bit more difficult when you have the potential nightmare of fear and the high amount of damage with Arteezy having the Lunar Blessing to make this pull work.
Yeah, he's going to pop out in 1 second. Arteezy's going to see him.
He's already ready for it. So how much damage can they do? So you already start with a body block. You don't want to go for the Nightmare. You're looking for the extra damage. Okay, he's actually going to do it. He'll take the aggro off. Fear beating into him in general. Well, Drunken Haze all you want.
Oh, they lost their courier.
Yeah.
Arthur sniped it. What a beast. There's like a tri-lane mid going on.
What the hell is this?
How sad.
You know, now
Sumail must be so sad right now.
Well, here comes Crit trying to turn things around, but Roger's going to get the Burrow Strike off. He kills the Courier, and now he wants to kill Sumail. But the crush, Roger! He's going to go down. Sumail is awarded the kill.
What was...
Is this going to start off the same way as Game 3 of our lower bracket round 2 matchup?
It's the tri-lane on tri-lane.
Yeah, tri-lane on tri-lane, rotate around. Now General's in trouble up on top lane. Fear as well as Arteezy are going again. Another Nightmare will set up for a Lucent Beam. The Courier can deliver all at once. General, the Lucent Beam, the Drunken Haze won't protect him. Fear will find this kill, and EG are 2-0 up right now.
Yeah, they shouldn't be like this, though. I think there was some miscommunication because Seneko didn't pop the shackles. Maybe they thought that that was a guaranteed kill or something like that. Also could have just leveled the lightning, and that would have been enough for them to get the kill, but unfortunate. Doesn't work out. I think he was in range for right-click, too. I don't know. I have to watch the replay before I call him out. But that felt like it should have been a kill with 3 heroes there.
Seems odd. At least Roger was able to pick up the Courier. They're coming in again for Sumail. Roger, he's got boots and a level 1 Burrow Strike, but he would have had to tank to the tower to get that close, and Dendi just can't do a hell of a lot when he's got a 6-second cooldown, that poison attack.
Yeah.
And Sumail's got 2 points in Dragon Blood now with his Doubt Shield.
They're still winning bottom at the same time, so this is not a huge commitment. Roger gonna snake around, try to grab
Seneko, correct. Gonna get the crush off. Universe bringing in the extra damage thanks to the purification, and Seneko, well, he proves the shackles work.
Yes, and now it's a 3-0 lead early on for EG, and they're gonna need it. They are getting dueling once again as Seneko now comes in for Sumail.
Yeah, start the shackles onto that Dragon Knight, Dendi. And he can't really damage that much more. He's still 2 points of Dragon Blood that you're trying to get through.
Wait, Sumail turned around.
Oh, wait, what? Why?
Oh.
Question marks?
It looked like for a second he was fine and they were going to give up on it, and
so he turned to get back into the lane to breathe fire, or?
I think it was just pathing. He definitely just pathinged it. So the lane was going pretty well for him, despite the dual tri-lane shenanigans that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
Which has to be pretty annoying.
Well, Dendi is 4-2 compared to Sumail at 9-4. So yeah.
He has 4 CS?
He has 4 CS on Dendi. He spent most of his time taking into Sumail. This will change up as there's creeps coming underneath the tower, but Sumail's not making it easy for Dendi.
Look at Roger. Try to smoke all the way around. They wanted to make attempt number 2.
Top lane General. Gonna get picked off. This seems to be the easiest thing in the world. It's Nightmare. I guess early harassment, the Nightmare sets up for a secondary Lucent Beam.
Yes.
Arteezy's burning through a lot of mana to do this, however.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of playing these tanky offlaners. You just come back up here again, and he's almost the same level anyways, so it's not even like he's losing out too much. Meanwhile, though, Universe is thriving under these conditions.
Yep.
Due to the fact that they're doing...
Here they go again. Crit. He's charging himself forward, then runs into a creep wave and crystallize, and then charges himself away.
Yeah, but Seneko is pretty low. He has no regen on him. The Phantom Lancer has a Soul Ring now, so he should be okay when it comes to outspam. But things are looking pretty okay for EG. They're up 4-1. No huge advantage one side or another. Sumail is out CSing Dendi mid, and this is what I was talking about. You would think that Viper dominates this matchup, Toby, but he really doesn't. DK just gets 2 levels of the Dragon Blood and a Soul Ring, and you out-regen the harass anyways.
They're thinking about going again on top lane. Arteezy starts his harassment on General as Fear looks to wrap around the back, but then Roger moves over too. And they'll know when Fear... Actually, they don't know exactly when Fear leaves the lane, but here comes Roger. Sandstorm. A big advantage for him is there is only one hero that can pull him out of this, and that's Slaughter with his Crush. But that double damage rune Slaughter is looking for an opportunity on bottom against the 2 Soul Ring spamming cores in the lane.
Yeah, and Universe, just trying to get whatever he can, almost level 5. Looking back towards mid, Sumail up to 20 CS, almost doubling the Vipers. It looks like they want to make it go on this. Dendi getting kind of low. He's about half HP, but Crit doesn't find the angle.
Again, that need to dive underneath the tier 1 tower to find the kill on the mid hero. And EG should be fine with this for the win. They're still 1k gold in front. There's 4-1 on the board. They don't need to force the issue too hard.
No, they don't. Like, this lane is going fine anyways without the kill.
Yeah.
Which is what was expected.
Instead, they can look to add pressure on top. So Na'Vi have no vision of this. As far as observer wards go, they've only got one, which is watching the bottom rune area in the river. So the movement towards top in this position of Crit is completely unknown to Na'Vi. Actually pinging to Shrine. Sumail needs to use it.
And Arteezy getting continuously hazed up, but
they're smoking. They're going to smoke up with Sumail's crit. No, Sumail's actually just going to back up. Crit had the smoke delivered.
yeah, I think he was just healing with him.
General, Lucent Beam, Fear. Looking to come out now. They'll try and catch General in the tree line. South cancelled off by the attack of Arteezy. Slow him down. Here comes Crit. Roger needs to create some space. Burrow striking into Crit, but this sleep lasts forever on General. The crush will be there, and Roger, all he can do is Sandstorm, but support comes in from Snako. Sandstorm and Shackle damage. Crit's going to fall down. There was nothing they could do to stop it. Now the Lucent Beam comes off cooldown, but Roger with the Burrow strike. Snako turned around to cop the last attack from Fear. Trying to do something, but just giving his life at the end of the day.
Yeah, well worth it for EG once again. 6-2 now in their favor. This Brewmaster getting somewhat shut out as he's not doing as good as his bottom lane counterpart, the Omni Knight, doing very well for himself. Already 4th in the net worth, even passing up Dendi, who's having a pretty rough time in mid. And now a smoke gank from EG. If they find the angle, they want the tower too.
As your Nightmare lets Sumail set up. Crit's going to be here. He can wait for the double crush, but Shackles available from the Shaman. The Burrow strike from Roger catching 2. You've already lost Crit. Sumail with the Viper strike on him. All those points in Dragon Blood will protect him, especially when Universe is already TP'd in. Fear goes to the high ground plant, trying to play the Fog of War against Roger. Mango consumption, and they have enough life. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, barely.
Walk away.
But still, very nice rotation by Na'Vi. They sense that some kind of aggressive maneuver is coming in. EG, they wanted to try to use the Dragon Form early on, get some chip damage onto that tower. They do force Dendi out of the lane, but they get a return kill. Relatively even though the score says 3-6. Not too large of an advantage one way or another. 1K is just a tower.
I want to keep my eyes pretty closely on this top lane. Now the General has level 6, he can have a crack at Arteezy's support. Is rotating around the side in the form of the Shaman, but thanks to Dire Observer Ward, EG are fully aware of this, and there goes the Eclipse Snako.
Do you really want to be shackling him?
I don't think you really do. That's when you want to have a Wind Ranger shackle. You just throw the shackle and walk away, not stand your ground into Eclipse.
You don't know what he's into.
Well, if you're into your own death, then sure. Yeah, you do that.
Never judge, Toby, never judge. As General up at top is forced to use the split.
He was worried about Arteezy triggering 1 charges and then having the Lucent Beam that would have found the kill, but now he's going to make it work.
Oh, Dendi's
the Earth-Ruling Stun's going to be there, and yeah, support's coming in from Dendi underneath the tower. Support arrives from Universe. They'll keep him alive. The stuns, Repel is allowing Arteezy to survive, and back behind the tower. That Viper strike does not do anywhere near enough damage, and Arteezy just TPs away to safety.
Yeah, and Sumail, 2 seconds away from his own Dragon Form. He really wants to pop this. Even if you don't get the tower, you're trying to do damage to it. He should shove in the wave as soon as possible. Start beating on that mid tower, force Dendi back,
and get some kind of trade-off for the bottom lane, because that's where Crystallize comes in behind the tower. Yeah. Make sure the Crit can't really do anything here. He's hoping his Tranquil Boots give him a little bit more life. Now Fortify to protect, and here comes Arteezy. But Arteezy gets lanced. And now there's more PLs to fight him.
They are going to give some XP to this Bane, who's pushing in top lane with Universe, continuing to static up the lanes, both dragons and mid, just fighting against each other. Now, Dendi starting to catch up a little bit.
Do you think EG can fight once the Fuser Blade is on the PL? We saw just how critical that was in our series earlier today.
I think they have better ways to deal with it.
Oh, Roger, Burrow Strike, gonna go into Sumail. Stun, anything? No.
Nope, didn't have it.
Nightmare's going to be on bottom lane. PL, the attack. Arteezy doesn't have his ultimate. Had a Lucent Beam. Wouldn't have been enough to kill off Crystallize, but would have dropped him very low, allowing Crit to potentially seal the deal. Oh, nice entry, Ward.
Yeah, and Snako might even get sandwich here. Arteezy's moving in with the creep wave. Should be no way for him to live.
Quick shot, crush, and purification from Universe to get the kill. 4 heroes being brought by EG to this bot lane.
Will allow General, though, to get some farm. Finally, Toby.
Yeah. He's still not that bad. As far as net worth goes, he's equal with Dendi, but I just realized that's not really the greatest person to put him equal with.
No.
Considering Dendi is about 600 net worth behind that of the other mid. But Snako has level 6. They're going to add their pressure towards mid with the Mass Serpent Wards as well as Catapult here. So Na'Vi looking for a rebuttal for the push on bottom lane. Roger, the double burrow strike into Sandstorm. Universal East can purify, but they can't keep the push going. Slaughter is in mid, trying to deal with the Mass Serpent Wars, trying to help out Sumail. But the Catapult will stay alive. Crit wants to move in closer, will have his clarity cancelled. And they just play the range game now. Support arriving in the form of the Bane. Fear doesn't have his level 6 just yet, wants to Fiend's Grip, but only has the Nightmare.
Oh,
and then Nightmare turned off the target around Crit, being Viper striked up. The Purification will do some good job here. But the mid tower still going the way of General.
Yeah, they missed the
and
deny on
Snako.
They didn't even get all the snakes. And General just got a lot of farm there.
Yep. So they took 2 tier 1 towers, lost the Shaman, but forced heavy rotations from EG.
No,
and
that was
EG
great.
didn't take the tier 1 tower on bottom.
That was very nice. Despite the score being 3-9, the gold lead, because of the towers, is slightly in favor of Na'Vi, and General almost has his Blink Dagger. Despite being 0-3-0, this is a very decent Blink Dagger timing from him. Conversely, Universe has been shuttered around the map. Like, he's had to go from lane to lane to try to stop the bleeding. And it has worked out so far. He's 1-0-2.
The only downside is he's now equal, in fact, just behind the Brewmaster on net worth. So they're going to smoke up and see if they can find some more net worth through kills. 3-man rotation down bottom. The Radiant scan, it just pinged positive. So Roger should be aware that someone's coming towards him. They have Server Ward behind the tower. They'll realize Roger's alone, and there it is. Sentry Ward, Lucent Beam, and Fiend's Grip, making it look almost too easy. But
Crit mid. They might make an attempt on this Dendi. He's moving forward. Crit has no idea that this is happening.
Use the shackles to make sure there's no runaway. And okay, just Ether Shock and Viper Strike. More than enough damage to kill him off.
Both 4 positions going down, but EG is going to be the team to claim the tower at bottom lane. And General, meanwhile, up at top, Toby, he just continues to farm and now picks up that pivotal Blink Dagger.
Yep. Now we look for the fight. And again, you'd also look for the smoke, and there are no smokes currently on Na'Vi.
Did they use them all?
I believe so. Either that or they just haven't bought them. We have no ability to actually look at that as spectators.
That is... I wish they fixed that.
Yeah, I really wish they would too. We've been asking for a long time.
I'm just guessing at this point. But they used a lot of them early.
Yeah, they did. So we assume they burned through them all, or else they would have them on them. Because you get a Blink Dagger timing like this, you want to make it count.
Yes.
You've got split up, you're ready to fight. Diffuser play is the only thing you're a little bit short of in 600-ish gold. The PL will have it, but they can run to the bottom lane. So Arteezy, probably the most exposed. Fear is nearby.
He's trying to take the gank for him.
Yeah. Maybe he can do it, but they focus. Na'Vi down towards Arteezy. The Burrow Strike is there, quickly into the split. Na'Vi want to turn this into multiple kills, so Fear makes a break for the tree line. Roger right behind him. Nightmare's there, but Lancers and Rocks being thrown down at the Bane, stoned in the trees. At least Brains have a little bit more life up, but he cannot escape. Not from Na'Vi. Meanwhile, Shaman died all the way up on the top lane inside the trees. Looks like he was just trying to push the top to the tier 2 tower a little bit harder.
Just kind of a Snako move to make. We saw him make it in the... I can't remember which series it was, actually. Was it versus VP, where he just kept dropping down wards onto them? I think that's what I'm recalling.
I'm not certain.
But he just wants to keep that top wave shoved in constantly. Doesn't really matter if he dies. He didn't care in that game either, although he's got a lot of deaths, Toby.
It's 0 for 6 on Snake. He's going for the Malka Ward. That's what this has to be.
It's not even bad, though. Like, they have 6 kills, he has 6 deaths.
As long as you give the control when it needs to happen, the Mass Serpent Ward's near the buildings, then you're good.
Yeah.
And they're looking for a kill up on top. Roger, level 3 Burrow Strike available. Make that 4, now he hits 9. Brewmaster jumping in, but Crit makes it to the tree line. TP Scroll is available. How does he actually want to play this? They Burrow Strike the wrong way. Crit will just TP out.
And he's so close to his Blink Dagger too. Him surviving there is really important for them. But the reason why EG's lead, even though it's 6-11, is more than half their kills are on the Snako.
Oh, they're going to take a tower now in bottom lane. After the failed gank from Na'Vi, they revealed a lot of their positioning against the Slaughter. So fortification can be burned from Na'Vi, but with Dragon Form up and running, and a lot of heroes sitting behind, GA's ready. If Na'Vi initiate into this, it's looking to be death.
Yeah, and Saneko's just looking for the trade right now, Toby. He's going to drop the wards up at top lane. Somebody definitely needs to defend that. They're going to back up first.
Well, DK has a TP scroll available. Slaughter's already rotating over. Here comes your first TP. It's going to be Universe. And there they go. They're looking for him in the same spot he died before. Trapped in the trees. We'll get the shackle off as Samael has arrived.
Was that the same spot?
Came into the shrine. It's maybe 5 meters away.
Okay, so they know his tricks. They watched the VP series.
Yeah.
They did their homework. Like, guys, this is what Snako likes to do.
He did it like 3-4 minutes ago. ROG moving over, looking for the Burrow Strike, able to catch out Fear. This actually reveals a big stack as well. Fear, no way to survive this, but this is a good place for Crystallize to move over unless Crit can make something out of it. Lucent Beam, Crystallize just tanking it. But they have the Observe Ward watching the stack. That's what allowed them to do this fight, but EG also have a very similar ward right to the south of that Radiant Obs. So both teams have good information around this now trip stack.
I think they should just farm it right now, as soon as they can. Like, they know that it exists.
You got the 4 points up in Glaives as well. Arteezy only put the 1 point in Lunar Blessing in this game.
I like that they're securing it too. That this is what they should do. Because Navi's aware of it and they're showing.
Yeah.
But they're going to smoke up. General needs to connect with them though, if they're going to take this fight. Like,
It's hard.
They're going to do anything.
They just had the Observer Ward dewarded, so they don't have the information.
Yeah. They're
Massa
keeping,
was not there. Here comes your smoke. Roger, look at that blink epicenter. He's prepping it right now. Jumping in, looking for Arteezy with the Burrow Strike into the Sandstorm. He gets away from the Slither and Crush into the corner. Maybe Roger, amplified up, will die. The stack, however, they're looking at it. Dendy started to farm this with Nether Toxin. That won't work. Roger will die. The epicenter was not enough. There was no follow through.
Yeah, that was a huge commitment too from Na'Vi. They brought every single hero there. They smoked up. They used the epicenter.
And they're still going to lose out. Like, they got an Observer Ward down around the corner, so Na'Vi at least had vision of the low ground around the Ancients, and they still know it's being farmed up.
Hey, but look, because they had to place that sentry on that camp, Roger really got them.
Okay.
That was his real next level.
Because he blocked his own camp for another 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Technically, they might lose more gold getting that kill on Roger. That's how you play like 19D chess.
Only I thought 4 minutes ahead.
Exactly. All right, there's no way he was trying to do that. That was not the best death.
No. Well, Na'Vi are preparing for the top lane push once more. Snakeo's mass weapon wards are off cooldown, and they really want to have these in range of the tower. Maybe this time they can keep them alive. Crit's already here to defend, but thanks to the Observe Ward of Na'Vi, they do have a decent amount of information. Snako just inching forward. The Dire Tower, they're pinging out where they believe they are, and they're right.
This is a good read. Although they see Roger, now General pops up. I think he's going to drop the wards again.
Yep, they will.
This is so smart. They're just chipping away at it, and EG, they're not bothering going top thinking it's going to be a little bit too late. They're instead going to go into the Roshan. This would be huge for them, the amp damage.
Like you said, every team turns into a Roshan team when you got that Slider behind you. And they will do some quick damage.
Oh, they have no idea. They think they're running towards bottom. Dendy's getting out of there thinking...
Yeah, you're right. It's not a smoke gank, though. They'll realize the inevitable truth when the announcement comes out globally. Arteezy has Aegis the Immortal, and Dire claims Roshan.
Very nice move.
Read that wrong.
Yeah. And the reason why Na'Vi made that move was because they saw nobody was defending that tier 2 top, and they said, well, if nobody's defending tier 2 top, they have to be bottom. They have to be bottom. You saw the pings, a line was being drawn. They're like, guys, they're smoking there. Well, there's another objective on the map, too, that they can go for.
Yeah. Well, Dendy's still going to be very happy with this. Like, it's not an underfarmed Viper like we saw from him earlier today. He's managed to finish up the Dragonlance. He's got all his extra smaller items at the beginning, but that Maelstrom is also almost up. And he's not having to deal with a Phantom Lancer either while playing this Viper. So it seems to be a lot more of a comfortable Viper game just to stand his ground. Even though that might be difficult as the #1 net worth hero is the Luna.
Roger's been found out too.
Oh, in the corner. He needs to help out into the Sandstorm. Burrow Strike, Dragon Knight, already the TP out. The crush is there from Crit. Even the bash on the first swing. Dendy will die. Oh, Caster's Curse. Sorry,
really got him. And Snako, for the first time, not playing that topside map. And without that pressure there, EG, they're going to feel pretty strong right now. They popped the Dragon Form too. Looks like they're looking for more. The blink barely misses as Roger was half a second faster.
You guys on the panel were flagging it. Crit, such great movement that comes out of this Slider, even more amplified with the new changes to his sprint in water. They go after Roger, moving in towards the Ancients, while the Brewmaster, stunned up by Samel, need to keep that control there. Fear will provide, while the Eclipse will destroy. Yeah. So Arteezy takes both the tower and General, but yeah, meanwhile, up in the far north, Crystallize battles against the dragon.
Oh, he dodged.
He dodged the breathe fire, and Samel's completely out of mana.
Nice.
Does he come back in? Like, do you keep this pressure on? No, you don't. You TP back and you continue to work on the Manta.
Yeah, you force EG to push out top, and that'll be what allows you to reset things a little bit. But I think Na'Vi should still look for fights. Like, they have Bruce split. They don't want to just get crowded around the map. This is what a lot of teams do with the first Aegis, is they force you into the sense of panic where you don't want to fight, and so you split up. You get split up a little bit more than you should, and the team with the first Aegis often just farms out the entirety of the map. So Na'Vi, I think their best bet is actually to stick somewhat near each other. Be a little bit smarter about that and realize that EG might be split up because they have the Aegis. Oftentimes the Aegis is just a tool, Toby, where people get nervous about fighting because they think they'll 5-man, but it's very inefficient. And EG is not an inefficient team, so you notice that Na'Vi are still looking for the 5-man because they're under the assumption that EG have split up.
Yep. But for now, they're not even getting rid of that sentry wall. They don't want to reveal their position at all. Okay, now they do.
Yeah, if they get a good fight, though, they'll take it because they see 2 heroes at bottom.
Arteezy.
They scan, though, they ping.
It feels like bait. It feels very much like bait. Crit and Samel will come from the south. Fear and Universe into the east.
They don't want to fight up into the high ground, though. What they're trying to do is force EG down, and they're even going around, and Na'Vi, they get a little bit antsy here.
Here they come.
Who finds the better angle, though?
And the trees, Samel, smoke's gonna break. He'll go in, Viz.
the dust?
Snakeo's got the dust. They'll get the Hex onto Samel. Massive
he stopped the
down
epicenter.
great position. And with no epicenter, they won't have the extra damage. Samel is protected by the repellents and Nako. He's dying at the moment, but not dead yet. They hold Arteezy in position. Universe gets some extra life, but Arteezy hexed up. Then finally he'll pop, but it's only the Aegis of the Immortal. That is all Na'Vi have managed to claim from this team fight. While the Brewmaster split is now worn off, he has to blink away General, but Crit and Arteezy hop pursuit, need for speed into General. Down he goes. 3 heroes from Na'Vi.
They're going to go high ground now.
Yep.
This is a perfect situation, and Na'Vi got so antsy. I feel like that was not the fight that they wanted to take. If you lose that fight, you're right in front of your base, and Dragon Form was popped. You can't script this any better for EG. They did lose the Aegis, but a very nice one by them. As they read that movement perfectly, Na'Vi thought that EG might be split up, farming their southern side of the map. They didn't anticipate them to take that fight.
There's no team fight defense without the epicenter, without the Brewmaster split, and without the Mass Serpent wards. It's really not that intimidating fighting into Na'Vi, but EG will give the respect. They bring the tower down to half-life and then back out. It is still only 23 minutes into this game. They don't want to fight in Na'Vi's base just yet.
Yeah, and that was just such an awkward fight because Na'Vi wasn't really prepared. They didn't have the best vision around that area. Look at EG's ward coverage. They've got one on top of this ancient hill, one right below them, one on the south side too, even deeper. And Na'Vi, they got completely spotted out. It was that Roger epicenter that got canceled out by Fear's sleep. And they needed that. If they have that damage, maybe they can win that fight.
Na'Vi are coming. Fear even stopped dewarding the sentry in order to be able to catch up, get away from Na'Vi's attack. But they were even anticipating to come earlier. EG are prepared in mid. They don't have Guardian Angel, but Dragon Form's back off cooldown. So is Eclipse. Brewmaster split in 8 seconds time. Epicenter in 4. So the big abilities are coming back up for Na'Vi. But there's still so much sustain in Evil Geniuses. Once Arteezy has that BKB, it seems pretty rough for Na'Vi to win a fight against EG.
And it gets even harder. Sand King, the downside of Sand King is, yes, you have a reliable stun. That's like the best part about him. He's got an escape, he pushes in the wave, but his ultimate is so timing dependent because once people start getting BKBs and pipes, this ulti does nothing.
Yeah.
That was what we learned at ESL Genting when we played against Newbie. We started to realize like this Sand King ult isn't really doing anything. Once you get BKBs, once you get these heroes that are naturally tankier, he doesn't provide that much teamfight utility. It's kind of like a
Samel ready to fight. He's already got the silver red, so just breaking him apart. Roger will fall. The Diacory does get sniped and now Crystallize. Needs to make more of himself. The shackles will hold, and it's trouble for Samel trapped on the edge of the pit. There's no life to work with. His invis, he can't use it. There's no mana.
He can get to
the
Universe.
Nightmare from Fear will create space. Universe will protect him. Samel will live and turn the damage into Seneko. They can't even kill off a bloody dragon on that low life. Arteezy on the retreat. The Brewlings controlled up by Crystallize. Keeps the power moving forward. Samael back into Invis underneath the shrine. They'll get the regeneration up. Omni Knight spinning up and towards the area. Hit the deck in a second, but crit! The double crush combining now with the DK. They hold him. They hold him. They bring down Crystallize, the big number one of Na'Vi, and they are coming after Dendy. A blink crush. The corrosive haze keeping the amplification there, but EG maybe not certain they want to fight this. Dragon form is wearing off. They're underneath the Radiant Shrine now. He'll be triggered. General as well as Roger working together, but Fear, he'll find the damage to get the kill. They come back over to Dendy. The nightmare is a reality, Dendy. EG are walking underneath your tier 1 tower and murdering all your friends. They trigger Guardian Angel. No damage to be done. And Na'Vi, they drop like flies, but they also just respawn like them too.
And Dendy did not accept Roger's sacrifice. Roger died, went in there for him, thought there was no way he was going to get dove under that tier 1 tower, but EG looks up, sees 3 heroes dead, says, no, we're definitely going to dive you. There's absolutely nothing left for you in the tank, and EG getting even more. 9K now is their lead. As maybe if they kill the Luna and they just back up, that fight's okay, but they got a little bit too over-eager. They felt like they were getting a little bit too far behind, so they try to press their advantage. EG, though, is ready. Very nice team fight from them without their highest net worth hero.
And I'm wondering what happens when Crystallize continues to get bigger and bigger. Like, EG had troubles holding him back.
Yes.
Like, the fight was nicely split for EG. I think the almost Ravage level control the crit was providing for the fight also bought space for EG to fight. But what do they do when this PL gets stronger? Once he has the Skadi done, once he starts building up a lot of these stats.
I think if he gets absolute 6-slotted, maybe he becomes a problem, but for now anyways, the Glaives, the Breathe Fire, the Omni Heal, they have a lot of AoE to work with.
Crit. The illusions are running forward. Crit's still pretty damn low. And the Manta illusions, they'll survive longer, but Brewmaster, he'll need to split, but Samael has the Breathe Fire.
They should go for the high ground now. Try to force out the buyback minimum if they think he has it. And he does, but forcing it out here is great.
Oh, Dendy, he's out of position.
Oh, he's really far out.
He's got the sprint, the blink into the burrow.
Roger's now out too.
Repel, it allowed Crit to actually survive. Arteezy, he brings out both Dendy and Roger, and there is no buyback on Roger. Dendy may have to force his. The second that tier 3 tower falls, however, the Glaives just rip apart everything, and if EG feel confident enough, they can just rotate towards the bottom, unless they want to go for GG push, but that ain't happening. They should go for the second lane of racks.
Yeah, they're trying to go bottom. They saw that the roster wards were used by Seneko, who's trying to cut the wave, but EG said, we don't care. We'll just go bottom instead. It doesn't matter.
Na'Vi's not even getting involved. Crystallized BTs only just came back off cooldown. He could only now start his TP back. This is the danger against the EG draft. Luna, at this stage of the game, just rips apart any type of base the second the tower falls.
Yeah, and it was this one cart that snuck his way in. War hero for EG, being able to survive. That's what enabled EG to continue that with no backdoor protection.
And now they're going to get Roshan. Aegis and Cheese. Support's coming in. How fast can you move, Roger? Not fast enough. He had to blink and Burrow Strike to get in straight away. Instead, Aegis and Cheese will be picked up by Luna. Actually, Cheese ends up in the hands of Crit, but they look to mid. Nightmare, Fiend Script, Brewmaster, actually broken again by the Silver Edge, and 53 seconds for General on the sideline. Right now, Na'Vi is bleeding yellow, and that's not a good thing. That's a lot of open cuts.
Yeah, they're just getting picked apart on the map right now. They're trying to make these desperation plays, showing wherever they can on the map.
Right? Snipe. Well, he'll get that. 4 staff down.
That's a little bit of a win, but EG say, well, we don't care. We'll just march down anyways.
We'll go for the GG push. They're going for the tier 4s. As easy as Aegis the Immortal. Na'Vi have no other choice but to fight, but they need the Brewmaster up with buyback too. So here she comes, triggering it off 23 seconds before he was going to respawn. So EG are happy with this heavy damage into the tier 4s that don't regenerate, and they back up from the fight.
Probably go head towards top, if anything. Don't risk anything if you're EG. It's a best of 3. Anything can happen in this game too. We saw that in their series against VP. You don't throw this kind of lead, although it's very difficult now for them to throw this kind of lead. Nobody has really farmed enough to fight. General's Brewmaster has just taken a nosedive when it comes to net worth.
Yep.
Arteezy is firmly on top of the scoreboard.
6.8k net worth on the Brewmaster. He's got Blink and Vlad. That's all General offers to these engagements.
And he had such a good start too. He had something like a 12-minute Blink Dagger. We thought he was going to be able to accomplish more, but the first 2 smokes
Well, there was no smoke when he got the blink dagger, right?
I say smokes in air quotes.
Yeah. That was fire.
They
burned the corpses of Na'Vi.
It was that one fight, though, when they tried to take the top engagement and they ran all the way down. EG just transitioned that into the high ground. But Na'Vi, they're going to try to hold the high ground, see if anybody from EG gets a little bit too antsy.
It's easy, Zabby, just to push this. He's got a Morbid Mask, he's already got the Butterfly. Like, what got stopped was his Hurricane Pike, which was coming on the Courier, but sitting with another 2.6k gold. Arteezy has already cracked the 20k net worth 31 minutes into the game.
He is well ahead of anybody, even against Sumail, 5k ahead of him, a full item. This Butterfly is going to be hell to deal with.
This is the Na'Vi play. They 4-man smoke up. Roger wants to be able to initiate from behind. With the Observer and Sentry, they got good vision. And now, do they work it out? Fear is scouting it. He saw Roger for half a second. Here comes your Epicenter. They're controlling the back line. And the split. No!
He got the sleep.
Nightmare off! And the Fiend Script! They couldn't get the split! Get styled, Na'Vi! Roger will fall. 2 heroes gone, and GG indeed. That's spirit breaking right there.
And Arteezy might not even realize what happened. Fear's probably so amped. He's like, did you see that? He's like, no, I was taking Mega Creeps, dude.
Oh boy, Na'Vi, that is not the start they wanted. Well, actually, it was. As you said, like, everything seemed to be looking pretty decent in the laning phase. Dendy didn't look too bad in the laning phase. The Blink Dagger timing was really good. Crystallize in these early fights was also a pretty decent presence, but it just seemed the control and positioning of EG were just far superior.
And they had the better matchups, too. It was the DK Viper one. So you think that Viper is going to be very good against DK because you think, oh, Viper harasses very well. He's got that break ability in his second spell now. It should be okay. But actually, DK just out-regens you. He can Breathe Fire spam you out of the lane. He doesn't really care too much about your harass anymore because you don't have your old Nether Toxin. But fairly dominant performance. For me, it was EG's 2 supports. Crit and Fear were absolutely insane this game.
Yeah, if people don't MVP Crit in that one, I think as far as stun timing goes, Crit controlled everything.
No, I think that was, you could make a very good argument for Fear. I mean, he's playing a 5 Bane. The amount of times that he interrupted, the 2 times. So when they were taking that one fight, I hope they show this in the replay. When he gets the sleep off on the Sand King in the middle of the Epicenter channel, and then that Brewmaster split, it probably didn't matter, but it looked really cool.
It was cool. It was a wonderful game anyway. So EG, game 1 is in their bag. What's going to happen for game 2, we'll find out in just a bit.